Luka just sent a warning to the Lakers.
Since he was traded to the Lakers, I had a source tell me wants to be a part of a championship team yesterday. Ever since the trade, they always told us summer of 2026 will show you in the summer of 26. So here we are, so excited that the summer of 26 is here. In a way, that's putting the pressure solely on the Lakers front office we're going to do our part. Now, give me a roster that I can win a championship with.
He wants shooters and an A-list big man, and he wants them yesterday. It's the blueprint that got the Mavericks to the finals in 2024. Doncic was surrounded by shooters and two athletic big guys in Gafford and Lively, who are way better defenders than Deandre Ayton is or will ever be. So he's out of the picture even without saying.
Listen, you just shut the hell up and do your job and do it all the time and do it consistently, it wouldn't be a problem. See, my problem with him is he don't play hard all the time.
And you know what's the most disturbing thing to me? Is that all Deandre Ayton, a guy that is fast, that could get up and down the floor, has great athleticism, could be a lob threat. All he has to do is switch his damn mindset into being a star in his role. He could make another $100+ million in this league.
Now the question is, who's out there that could be an upgrade over Ayton? Reportedly, the Lakers already did their due diligence on guys like Jalen, Duren, and Kessler. To be honest, I don't think there's a world in which the Pistons let go of their 22-year-old all-star center who played a crucial role in their historic turnaround this season. Yeah, he vanished offensively in the playoffs, but alongside Cunningham, he has a lot of room to grow.
Yeah, I already heard from someone in the Detroit organization today that said, hey, tell Luka to leave JD alone.
The Jazz, on the other hand, have set a pretty high price tag on Kessler and had already turned down the Lakers multiple times in the past. But this time around, they have Triple J on their squad alongside Lauri, which maybe lowers their asking price for Walker a little bit. However, the more realistic options for LA are guys like Rob Williams or Mitchell Robinson, who are unrestricted free agents this summer. Heck, Mitch is still celebrating for Christ's sake.
Why is this truck in the parade?
Because, the orange theme, I felt like it would be, good for the truck and also my, personality, stuff like that. So just wanted to bring her out.
Well, it's a beautiful truck, and you had a great season. Thanks so much. Appreciate it, Mitch. Check out this truck. This is beautiful.
I'm not ready to speak on Mitch potentially parting ways with my Knicks yet, but then James Dolan, the owner of the Knicks, said this yesterday.
But there's certain things in the NBA that you have to be, suicidal to do, and we're not going to do those. One of them is called the second apron. Cannot go into the second apron.
The starting five is under contract for at least 2 years, but with that second apron off limits, players like Robinson, Shamet, or Jordan Clarkson are sadly most likely not gonna return for next season. Nevertheless, Rob Pelinka is actively trying to meet Luka's needs, but first he needs to deal with the situations at home. Austin Reeves is about to get a huge extension, and he absolutely deserved it.
5 seconds. 3 seconds. Reeves splits the defense. The floater in the paint. It's good! At the buzzer! Austin Reeves does it again!
Hold on, guys. Little extra sauce. And a chance for 3. Austin Reeves. Man, oh man. He's just out here saucing them up.
The Magic, their physicality has picked up quite a bit.
Reeves got it. It goes! It goes! Crowd on its feet.
Stone Cold Reeves can sign a max of $241 million over 5 years, but according to his statement, he values winning more than getting a gigantic number that doesn't make sense. So if both him and LeBron are willing to agree to a reasonable contract, the Lakers will have plenty of cap space to go after some decent names. If James somehow doesn't come to an agreement with LA, then the Warriors are coming in as a realistic second option. The front office in Los Angeles liked their play in the playoffs and is looking to retain Marcus Smart and Luka according to sources. But if I have a word, I'll point out that Rui Hachimura is probably the first guy deserving of a roster spot. And speaking of that, now you have a word in solving a potentially huge issue. Check this out. Recently, a jury ordered Meta and YouTube to pay millions of dollars for their role in designing and promoting addictive platforms. They knew their apps can contribute to anxiety, depression, and body image issues, but did not share those risks while prioritizing profits. The recent history verdict underscores the consequences of those decisions. Now, Morgan & Morgan is stepping up to hold these platforms accountable for the harm they caused. Click the link in the description to take a short quiz. You may be entitled to a potential recovery of over $1,000. Rui has been as efficient as they get during the regular season, averaging 11 points on 51% from the field and a rock-solid 44% from deep.
Rui the winner to win the game. Rui wins it, and James gave him the basketball.
I've said it all my life, up to the time I've seen LeBron play. He always makes the right play.
Darn well what his streak was at 1-2-9-7.
He would care less about that.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
Team over individual.
Always thinks about making the right play.
And then he ramped up his numbers in the playoffs to 17.5 points per game on a blistering 57% shooting from downtown, making him the best three-point shooter in the entire postseason by far. So if the Lakers decide to operate as an over-the-cap team, which I'm certain they will, they would be able to keep everybody mentioned, including Hachimura, and plus have the $15 million mid-level exception to pursue outside free agents. Other than Duren and Kessler, Pelinka is targeting 3-and-D types of players like Peyton Watson and Tari Eason. Thing is, both of them are restricted, meaning that their current team will have 48 hours to match an offer if LA is willing to make one. But the purple and gold can look for some quality pieces among the unrestricted free agents as well. Tobias Harris, Norman Powell, Kobe White, or Quentin Grimes are all pieces that could fit well around Doncic. Also, they can use Jared Vanderbilt and Deandre Ayton through a sign-and trade in order to land some new talent in LA. Whatever they do, they better improve their roster significantly, because
if you're looking up the Western Conference standings, and again, when you got a guy like Luka Doncic, the idea is to be competing for a championship, right? They're miles behind the Thunder, and they're miles behind the Spurs. And those teams are younger and deeper with more resources and are only going to be getting better. And that's before they even actively try to get better. So it is going to be an immense challenge for the Lakers to try to catch up.
Well, that's just the reality. And Giannis Antetokounmpo leaving the Bucks has never been more real as well. We keep hearing Miami and Boston as potential suitors, with the Heat being far more aggressive than the Celtics. The only thing is,
so far, from what I am told, the Bucks have yet to receive an offer that they're willing to accept for Giannis Antetokounmpo, which is somewhat mirroring what happened at the trade deadline, where they had the market open, didn't agree to a deal, and ended up keeping Giannis. And I am told that they intend to try to trade him by the draft. I think it's possible. There's some percentage chance that they don't find a deal that they like. Miami has got 7 or 8 different pieces they could trade, none of them what I consider super premium, and I think the Bucks probably want all of them.
Yeah, I don't think Miami has the pieces to acquire Giannis, and if they do, there will be no one left for the Greek Freak to play with. And even the little birdies in the trees know that he wants to compete for a championship. Meanwhile, Jalen Brown for Antetokounmpo makes way more sense, at least for the Bucks. For Boston, let's just say it's easier said than done.
Trading for Giannis, regardless of who you was in the package, fundamentally changes the way the Celtics would have to play. And he's a basketball coach. Good, great basketball coaches change their systems based on their personnel. Of course, I think Joe Mazzulla can coach a different way. But you're talking about convincing your head coach, who is married to this system, to divorce himself from that system and do over. That is not just like, oh, Giannis's press conference, we'll see you at training camp.
Let's pretend this move goes through and you team up Giannis with Tatum. I would put the Greek Freak at the 5 and surround the two of them with nothing but shooters. Derek White, Pritchard, and Hauser are solid, but they'll need a couple more just like them to circle up a contending team. The NBA draft is just days away, and we expect the first dominoes to start falling anytime soon. One thing's for certain, it's going to be one crazy summer. And to help you get through it, I made a compilation video of the wildest fights this season. Click right here to check it out, and talk to you in the next one. Peace out.